Okay, folks, so today we're going to be doing the mole lab, where we're going to be measuring out a certain amount of substances and then figuring out how many moles that is, or starting with a certain number of moles and figuring out what the mass of that is. So let's review real quick the rules for the grid. We have rule number 1, the given goes top left with units. Rule number 2, top left matches bottom right in units only. Rule number 3, any equality can go in any column. And remember, the equality that we're going to use today is that 1 mole is always equal to the molar mass in grams. So that's the equality that we're using today. All right? And when we use that equality, rule number 4, moles always gets a 1. And rule number 5, grams always gets the molar mass. Okay? So there are our rules for the grid. There's the equality we're going to use. So let's talk about what we're doing in the lab. So each of these stations has a different measurement that you're going to take. Okay? So at stations 1 and 2, you're actually going to want to do the calculation before you do your measurement, because they're asking you to calculate the mass, and you're starting in moles. Okay? Moles. All right, so here we're going to take this given value that they gave you, that 0.085 moles of Epsom salts, which I'm going to go ahead and tell you that the formula for Epsom salts is MgSO4. It's magnesium sulfate. Okay? So you're going to calculate the molar mass of the Epsom salt by adding the mass of magnesium plus the mass of sulfur plus 4 times the mass of oxygen, and that'll get you your molar mass. So 0.085 moles of MgSO4. Remember, your top left matches bottom right in units, so you're going to drop that moles of MgSO4 down here, and then grams of MgSO4 up here. All right? Moles always gets a 1, and then whatever your molar mass was that you calculated, that's going to go next to grams. So your molar mass goes next to grams. So then your moles will cancel with moles, leaving you with an answer in grams. So you'll take this top number and multiply it by the molar mass, and that's going to give you your answer. Don't forget to round that to sig figs. You had 2 sig figs in your original number. You'll want 2 sig figs in your answer. You're going to set up station 2 very much the same way. There's your given value. You're going to put that in the top left. Okay, on this one, you're going to have to write the formula for sodium chloride. So this one, you're going to want to get out your flow chart, look up your charges, and crisscross to get your formula. Remember, if you get the formula wrong, you're going to get the molar mass wrong, and you're going to get your calculation wrong. So take a minute to make sure you got those formulas right. Okay? Then on station 3, you're going to actually go and measure the mass of 3 Tums tablets and record it here. You're going to write the formula for calcium carbonate, which is what Tums are made out of, and then calculate its molar mass. Then it says to calculate the number of moles in 1 Tums below. So you're measuring 3, so you're going to take that mass and you're going to divide it by 3, and that's going to be your given that goes here. All right, so whatever your mass is, you divide by 3, and you're going to put that there. And that's going to be in grams of calcium carbonate. And you're going from grams to moles here. All right, and you're going to want to use your rules for the grid. Make sure you, once you have the formula for calcium carbonate, make sure that you add it in here, and then you'll get your answer by multiplying and then dividing. All right, at station 4, you're going to measure the mass of 2 Alka-Seltzer tablets. This time they ask you to calculate the moles in both Alka-Seltzer tablets. So you're going to set up your grid. Your mass from here is going to be your given. So that's going to be grams, and you're going to go from grams to moles. Okay? And again, you're going to have to write the formula for sodium bicarbonate using your flow chart, and then calculate the molar mass. If you do the formula wrong, you'll get the molar mass wrong, and then you'll get your calculation wrong. So be careful when you're writing your formula. Make sure that you're doing it correctly. Okay? On the back, you are going to be measuring out 2 spoonfuls of sugar. Okay? And you're going to get that mass here, and then that's what's going to go into your grid. So you're going to take your mass of sugar, and that's going to be your given that goes here. And then you're going to go from grams to moles. All right? And then the same thing with the water in the cup. We're not actually going to drink it. We're going to pour it. We're going to pour out what you think would be a sip. And they're asking you to calculate the moles of water. So you're going to take the mass of water that you poured, and that's going to go here. And you're going to go from grams to moles using those rules from the grid. Now, we've actually given you the formula for water, so you just need to calculate its molar mass and then put the molar mass next to your grams. Okay? And then you're going to write your paragraph explaining what you did in the lab. There will be a quiz in Canvas for you to turn this in. You don't want to start on that quiz until you've done all of your calculations and everything is completely done. All right? Good luck.